It would be on the end part.
Right. Should just reset it.
Every time. That's all good.
Do it. Okay, now that
There
works.
it is. There it is. There it is.
You know what I mean? Yeah, bring it back.
It dropped at the right time. It did.
Right. They know what they're doing. They say, yo, I got you. Okay, relax.
We
relax,
got you.
relax.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I can imagine him just sitting in the studio just cooking, bro.
Bruh.
Like he probably the first time I used to use Fruity Loops whenever I was younger.
Of course, FL
'cause
Studio, Fruity Loops.
I was in FL Studio,
Man.
and I was the weirdo, so I was in there making orchestral pieces and shit with strings and
facts.
stuff. Bro, I was in there. I was
You
in
know
there. I
what
need to
I'm
get
saying?
back to There's a part of me
Man.
that needs
Hey,
that.
you want
that
to? I'm
needs that.
down. Let's do it. Go do
All
it.
right,
We'll
we
do some
collaborate.
Shit, Make
All
a
right,
beat
and
for
we'll.
this.
Okay, I got
For
it.
counterplay
We'll go back and
conversations.
forth. Yeah.
I'm
We'll go back and
100%
forth.
down. Yeah, I used to do all that too, man. FL
Yes.
Studio, Hypersonic. I caught myself definitely making an orchestral piece.
Bro,
that I
okay,
need
all
to
right, we
find.
just living the same lives. I
Honestly.
let my band director hear mine. He was kind of,
Really?
yeah.
Wait,
he
what
was
did you
kinda-
play?
I played drums. So funny enough, when I went to the school on the other side of the tracks, because I was in the gifted program, I played clarinet. And it was at this, kind of poor middle school. And then after middle school, I went to high school. And like in my high school band, like there was like 120 students. So there were like 24 clarinets, and I was clarinet number 25, bro.
Oh my God.
And so the band director was like, the drumline director was like, hey man, how about you come be on the drumline? I was like, all right. And so I sat in the same spot to play clarinet the next day. He's like, no, come be on the drumline. So I had to hold cymbals for the snare players while they played. We did little crashes. And of course, I'm the only black dude there, one other black guy there.
yeah.
And boy, when I had them flipping them cymbals and doing all sorts of shit, I made sure. But then the next year I tried out for snare. I didn't make it. The next year I tried out for snare. I made it. And then the final year, I was the third black drumline captain they had ever
wow.
had in 50.
Damn,
Bruh,
okay.
I tore it up,
All
sir.
right. That's
Sir,
what I like
and
to
to
hear,
this
man.
day, give me some drumsticks, bro.
Yeah, you tapping it out. Yeah, okay. Tat, 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 tat.
I keep waiting for my moment in public for it to happen, for it to
Okay.
be set up somewhere so I can show folks these
I gotta
skills,
do
bro.
this. I feel it. Did you ever play Rock Band?
Oh my God, I beat through the fire and the flame. Oh, another story. My school had a not a rock band, a Guitar Hero tournament.
Wow.
And I entered that bitch. And I remember one guy said, oh, black people don't play Guitar Hero. Okay. So
what
when
was
I
he
beat him in the tournament and made it through the entirety of Through the Fire and the Flames without
Wow.
dying once and still got a trophy somewhere. I was like, yeah, we don't play. We don't
Okay.
play it at all. Yeah, I
That's what I
love
like to
me some
hear.
Guitar Hero, man. This shit was
Stop
great.
playing with that man.
Stop playing with me. I understand it now.
I understand that. He said racism. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I got it. I got so many of them stories, man. Black people don't play Halo. I beat one guy with one hand on the controller and just
I would've
sniped.
I would've quit. That person became a grifter. We'll talk about it. No, that person.
man.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, man. I loved me some.
You've been competing for a while, huh? You little.
I have, man.
You're competitive, man. You be,
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in there. I had to show up. I had to show up for the few black folks at the school.
Right. I really do too much competing with the games. I'm not gonna hold you. Black people don't play skate. Damn, you had that one, Mystic Vibes.
Black people don't play skate. I hope you showed them.
I really do. They know we play fighting games. You know what I'm saying? Ice
Yeah.
Cream, the Mystic Vibes, AC, and everyone else who's on
Welcome.
YouTube and Twitch and all that fun stuff. Welcome to the show. Another Sunday.
Yeah, man, we made it again.
We made it again. This is, we got one more Sunday possibly before New Year's. I think, right? Or no, this is the last one. This is the last one
Is
of
it?
2024, I think.
Yeah, because 7 from now is there's
Yep.
This is it.
Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Christmas time is here. You ever get any games for Christmas? What kind of games you got for Christmas?
So for me growing up, Christmas was the only time that I would get anything new, like throughout the year. Like if mom was gonna get me something, it was gonna be on Christmas. And like I can remember A couple of Christmases. I remember the first Christmas that I got a Nintendo 64 and got Donkey Kong Country 64 when it first came out, and saw like the expansion pack, and I had Banjo
Fire.
Kazooie. Like I remember that, man, that was fire. But the best Christmas I think to this day still was when I got the original Xbox and Dead or Alive 3, bro. Like,
Damn.
oh my
Took over your life.
God, bro, I was not ready. I was not ready. And then the Christmas after that, that's when Xbox Live came out, and it was the first time I
Beautiful.
had ever, bro, Mech
Beautiful.
Assault. We used to have voice changers, but
Yep.
yeah, man, anytime I was getting new games, it was gonna be on Christmas, and if I wanted anything through the year, I had to go trade it in to GameStop because we just
Yeah.
didn't have it like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, my video Christmas has always been the time for video games for me, man.
Same. Same. I think Christmas. I mean, I would occasionally get a little something on my birthday. Not gonna lie, I can get a little something. But Christmas and birthday, that's all I got.
Yeah.
So Christmas came around, man. I said, give me some games or some money, man, please. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like
That's it. That's all I
what,
needed.
That's what we going for. I got. I think my most fond memory was when my sister actually got a Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
For Christmas. And just looking back on it, I think about the fact that I had tons of banger ass games. Like, Zombies Ate My Parents and like fucking all the Sega games, Street Fighter, of course. Like, we had all these banger ass games. And I think about the fact that obviously I wasn't picking these games, right? Like, I was just receiving. I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was out for real at the time. Like, I just got whatever came. And I think that there was some GameStop or EB Games employee that was just cooking every single time a parent went in there to, you know what I'm saying, buy a game for our kids or their kids. It was just like, you don't want to get that. Go ahead and get this Sonic Adventure 2. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's all the rage right now. Go ahead and grab that. Don't grab this other shit. Because we had nothing but like banger games. So shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else who works at GameStop, shout out to them.
I will say this about Christmas. My favorite part of Christmas for me, honestly, and I participate in this holiday every year, the reaping, where people get online for the first time in fighting games, or people get online for the first time in Call of Duty. The fresh, oh man, it's just, and I participate every year. Welcome to online play, sir. Welcome. It is nice to meet you. It is the best. It is the best time. Just W after W after W. Like, do not get online.
First day, second day, what are you doing? You finna get
What are you
destroyed.
doing? Because we are there waiting for you. Yeah, I might reinstall Mortal Kombat just
Right?
for it.
the
Just
Christmas
for
news,
it.
man. The Christmas news. What a day. Those were some great times. There's a lot of great times. There's a lot of great times still going on in gaming. But there's a lot of not so great times, man. There's a lot of interesting things happening in gaming right now. It's not just beautiful Christmas time lights. You know what I'm saying? It's some Grinches out there.
Yeah.
It's some Grinches trying to steal Christmas gaming joy.
For
it's
sure.
not just through reaping. It is through something that we call grifting.
Grifting.
You may have seen this shit getting thrown around the internet quite a bit, and you might not know what it is. You might think this is just some random internet slang insult, but there's a meaning behind it. There is a real meaning behind it because these people really do this thing, man. What have you seen this word getting thrown around?
I have seen it, and I at first, I think the first time I ever came across it, like, you know, we've heard of like snake oil salesmen or door-to-door salesmen, things like that. But the first time I ever heard grifting was honestly in response to gaming stuff. Like, I had never heard it. And then after that, I started seeing it in a variety of different places online. But specifically with gaming has a very specific type of like social grift, if you can call it that. You know, it's a very specific type of grifting.
Because I first heard the term when I was watching, I think, Community. They had like a grifting 101.
Community is such a great show.
Right?
Community is such a good show, bro.
five,
It's so fantastic.
Top
It's fantastic. Love Community, bro.
Love Community. But they did like a grifting 101 episode or something like that, where a guy would come and like it basically made it feel like it was a scammer, right? I seen the episode, I didn't think anything of it. It was a while ago. Then I heard this word again. That's the first thing I thought of. Now the interesting thing is that grifters usually do things for money, right? So these grifters that we're talking about on the internet aren't necessarily doing things for money, although sometimes they are. We will get to it. But this new modern grifter is doing things for social engagement and attention, which in turn equals money.
Right.
And what is the grift? The grift is when essentially someone does things for the pure purpose of getting something out of someone. You're doing this not genuinely. It's not necessarily on purpose. I mean, it is on purpose, but it's intentionally because you have a goal, right? That goal is usually to get on social media your attention, your engagement. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a really good definition. I was hoping that you was gonna pull up Webster's defines grift. You know, like when pastor's about to give a sermon, Webster's defines confidence. But no, I think that really does encapsulate most of it. It's people who get on the internet who have no real concern or care about the topic that they're discussing, or maybe they do. And they get people's attention, they get them emotionally invested, which is the most important part. You get them emotionally invested, and there are two, I think, sides to the grift. I think one is what you mentioned earlier, the kind to get social engagement, to get individuals, interested in it so that they like their comments, their posts, they get that money from the TikTok Creator Fund, they get that money from the YouTube engagement, and then once they've cultivated a group of sheep to grift from, then they just offer them services over, and the Urban Dictionary definition of this might be good to look at too. But they get them, once they have a core group of people that they've cultivated, then they just offer them things for sale and for services. And like, while that isn't bad, it's okay to sell people things. Like, we're going to have some mugs coming out really soon. We'll have some t-shirts. We'll have a Patreon that we'll set up where people can donate to us and help us grow this channel because they truly believe in the message that we're bringing. The difference is the grifter's message is just, it's without merit. It's without water. You can't hold it up to anything. And it's usually based on misinformation and lies, is what I would say.
Yes. It's based on dishonesty, as they say here in Urban Dictionary. It is actually a really good definition. A money-making operation that is either dishonest and takes advantage of people, or is simply a cause of annoyance and scorn to those who pay. Typically, a grift is a source of easy money to whoever runs it. Politicians grift, bags being half full. I mean, half.
It's a grift. I got grifted.
Electric companies raising bills in the time of crisis. God damn, that's just even
that. But it's quite a grift. Yeah.
Grifter, a giant George Cheeto. You know what I'm saying? Some might say the people are saying that the president of the United States might be a grifter himself, or the future president. So we got a lot of interesting things there. What up, Geek of All Trades? If you're just tuning in, we're here to talk about grifting and mostly how it relates to that of video games. Okay, because we're talking about grifter and those things we described as people trying to get these things, you know what I'm saying, for money. We're not talking about gotcha games. We're talking about that's just gambling. We're talking about the influencers, the content creators, the Twitters, the tweets with the check mark verifications, right? Most of those people, I mean, they're rage baiting, but like, this is a new rage, a new age of grifters, where it's not specifically targeting money. They're not asking you for money, but they're getting your attention, they're getting your engagement, which and then turns into money.
Absolutely. Yeah, without that engagement, without them getting your attention, they wouldn't exist. And like in that sense, the money, the currency here becomes your attention. Because while you're spending I think part of the grift is while you're spending all your time mad and angry and upset, you're not paying attention to the wonderful games that are coming out, things that you could be doing. Like, there's a whole other universe out there in the world that they don't even know about because their algorithms are so full of people just grifting them constantly.
1000%, right? And it's getting that rage, it's getting those sentiments. What are the grifters usually grifting about nowadays in gaming? They're trying to tap into a large array of things. Anything that they've seen happening, they try and relate it back to something, right? Games not being fun anymore, right? That's a popular sentiment. that gamers have. That games just aren't as fun as they once was when they was a kid. Someone maybe like myself may say that it's maybe because it was easier to enjoy bad games back then, or not the greatest games. It was You were kind of focused in on that game. You didn't look at other people's opinions necessarily, or those didn't have enough influence on you. Bugs wasn't magnified or amplified at all. Glitches and stuff were kind of just part of the fun. And, if they wasn't extremely annoying, like game breaking. There's a lot of things. You were a kid, so you didn't have to pay for the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my eyes, that's what I would say. But the grifters might say something else. They may say, no, games were literally much better. And it is because nowadays games are adding gay, black, bald people into your
with vitiligo. You cannot forget vitiligo.
Fucking Ligo. The vitiligo is the source of your pain. That's what it is. You don't enjoy video games because companies care about people with vitiligo. You gotta remember, did Uncharted Nathan Drake have vitiligo?
Nope.
Just a white man. Did CJ from
Checkmate.
San Andreas have vitiligo? No.
Nope.
Even when you seen Michael Jackson in the game, he did not have vitiligo. I thought he was going off of different characters there.
Oh man.
But that's the thing, right? So they say that's what it is. It's gay characters, it's black characters. They're focusing on these things and not giving you what you want.
Right.
That's what they see. That's what they see.
And from that, then they can take it and they can expand it to a variety of things. And so, the main source of this grift specifically is to take legitimate complaints that you might have and then direct your attention towards things that have nothing to do with that and you can never prove is the most important part of this. There is no way to ever prove. For example, they have their boogeymans within the grift, and one of the biggest boogeyman that they have in there is Sweet Baby Inc. Sweet Baby Inc. is the boogeyman. They are the reason, apparently. The super powerful company, just the ability to influence and destroy. They come in and they say, forget a $1 billion company. Forget that this game has creative directors and people who have gone to school to make video games. Sweet Baby Inc. comes in, and if their name is attached to it and it doesn't do well, we can't pay attention to games like God of War or Spider-Man 2 that are critical successes. Not Alan Wake. We don't talk about those. But if they come in for a game like Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, would have been a multi-billion-dollar selling franchise if Sweet Baby Inc. hadn't have been involved. Dustborn.
Everyone loves live service games, right?
Right.
So everyone
already
loves microtransactions, battle passes, and
absolutely
superheroes, right? They love
absolutely.
It. So that's what it was, right? What's another one of the things, right? So we got nostalgia, all right? I mean, we got games aren't fun anymore. What's another easy griftable complaint or concern that gamers have? One of them is the layoffs, right? All these people are getting fired. They blame, like you said, Sweet Baby Inc., these consultancies. They say games are focusing on these consultancy groups. They say, what's another complaint that gamers have?
I know they talk a lot about, and I think you brought this up just a few minutes ago, but then they also talk about how, microtransactions in video games, and again, they relate it to, DEI. DEI is really a big one, but they relate it to that. DEI is definitely a big one on there. I think the microtransactions are more of like you're getting angry about microtransactions in games. We're like, I get it, but like the level of anger that you have about it doesn't make any sense. But definitely diversity, equity, inclusion is something that they love to get upset about.
Gamers not being pretty.
Oh, God, I was just about to say that. Characters not being attractive enough anymore. They claim that it comes from a place of censorship, and it's ruining the video games. Female protagonists in video games at all is seen as an issue. I mean, the list really does go
Yeah.
on and on
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Whatever they need to make money off of, and I'm sure once we get to the later part, we'll talk about how this grifting in the gaming community, like once you start it, you cannot stop because of the type of audience that you cultivate grifting this way and how they will change on you. And then it puts those grifters in weird situations where they have to try to delete tweets or try to delete stuff or not play games that they enjoy, like Indiana Jones, once they realize that the game is actually doing well.
Yes, yes, because again, it's all a part of the grift. And like I said, these influencers nowadays, I guess, because that's what I guess they are technically, anti woke influencers. They're trying to feed off of a sentiment, right? Now you click the video of your favorite game that's coming out. Rather it be Grand Theft Auto 6 or newly announced Intergalactic or The Witcher 4. Any of these games you're clicking on now because you're clicking on that YouTube thumbnail that says blah, 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 exposed, woke, detriment, destroyed.
Yep. Destroyed, exposed, woke.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
All
Strikes
caps
again.
Yeah. Devs absolutely devastated.
They hate you.
They
love to hate you shit.
Yeah.
All these people hate you, I guess. They're trying to feed off those sentiments. They're trying to feed off your loves and pleasures and joys of these games in order for you to click on these things so that they can get money off of it. And they gotta shotgun it. They gotta say every game, right? Because they need to create videos, and you can tell when you start breaking down the history of some of these influencers. I'll name some of them off. There's the Grums guy. Obviously, he's trying to get money, not just for his engagement, but he has a game that he has been making for quite a few years. Okay,
8, I think.
8.
Yeah, I think it's been a long time. It's been a long time because people are upset, bro. They're mad about it.
They 100% are.
Mad.
He has been trying to make this game for quite some time.
Ember
8 or some shit like that.
M8 yeah.
Yeah, people have been exposing this game as not really having any type of anything for a very long time. But he's one of the head people of this grift, and that's what his side thing is: getting some money for his game to be created. Right?
I don't know if it's going towards this game though. Like I don't know, because people are looking at it and they're saying like, you've had all this time to work on this, and this is what you present. He used to be like really big in the games industry. Didn't he used to work for Blizzard or something like that?
He used to work for Blizzard. A lot of people say he mostly did administration stuff, but you know, he was a part of it 100%. And you're correct. People are saying that, yo, we've been trying to push it to this game. You've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for this game. Can we see something? Can we do something? And it's just been like, you know, diverted attention versus diverted attention. Like he's just been pushing it to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, getting money for this. And they all have something like that, or some background that makes you know that what they are saying they don't fully believe in. There's this, what is it, Smash JT or something?
Smash
like
JT is kind of one of the examples where it's like, you can tell, because I went back and I looked at Smash JT. He has a big YouTube channel now, and he kind of sort of likes to position himself as if he's kind of in the middle a little bit. He does he doesn't say some of the more outrageous things that I've seen some other people say. But I went to Smash JT's channel, and if you go back to the very beginning of his channel, like it's like a completely different person. He was just playing games that he enjoyed and talking about them. He was making videos in his car where he was talking about video games. He even made a video one time where when he got his first 1,000 subscribers, and he was asking people to keep telling him what he wanted. Like, it was real wholesome and stuff. I was like, this is a dude that like I would hang out with.
Didn't he say Deathloop was his game of the year?
No, that was I think it was it not Hypnotic? I think he said that.
No,
Yeah. I think Hypnotic said that. That's another person. Hypnotic doesn't even have the courtesy of letting us see what he looks like, you know. But Smash JT, when he first started out, I saw one video of him playing Cuphead, and my guy looked like he genuinely just enjoyed games, enjoyed playing them, and enjoyed talking about them. And I looked for the change in his content where it happened. I couldn't kind of tell, but you can always see when the switch happens, because there's their thumbnails change. They start to become really bright yellow colors with real, everything is in caps, and
Fire.
everything is so superlative. It's the worst, the most terrible, the most horrible. It's hate filled, and like you see it and it immediately grabs your attention. And now at some point he decided, like a lot of people, even we're talking about games specifically, but a lot of people, when they get to this right-wing grift, and like a lot of them are seeing it now, but a lot of people, when they get to the right-wing grift, that's when you make the most money. There's always going to be a group of people who are going to be mad, who are going to be angry, and who are going to be upset. And we know what underlines all of it. Anybody with a brain knows what underlines all of it. So it's kind of hard, because when we talk about the grift, there's also people who are legitimately being taken advantage of. They're in that middle place. They don't know that what's at the end of this pipeline. They're just in the middle of it. And then when they come out on the end of it, then they see it and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been around this the entire time.
Because they're getting, like I said, these people don't even necessarily believe what they're saying. They're playing the games. They're having their fun, but they go online, they tweet, they, they embark their rage, and then they go on and live their life and collect the money. They could make their own games. You know what I'm saying? They could be highlighting games that they do like, right?
Oh yeah,
but
you never hear them talk about games that they like. I have never seen any of them talk about a game that they like, that they enjoy, and that's why their followers think the only games that exist are Dustborn, Concord, and Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
That's exactly why those in the middle get swayed, because they constantly hear the BS from the grifters, 100%, right? And in passing, at some point, most people will start to just unconsciously grasp something from it, right? They may say, okay, games coming out are trash now, when honestly that's just not
true, man.
That's just not the case. Just this year alone, we've had some monumental historical games being released. Last year, same situation. There are great games being released all of the time, every single year, spectacular games. But they got to highlight the bad ones, because bad and negativity, it bites. It gets the W. It is what it is. And it does suck. Now, these people aren't just monetizing your attention. They aren't just monetizing your engagement. They are trying to get to the bread. Okay?
They are. Yeah. Bills come and due.
They're trying to make some money.
Bills come and due.
And they've created something called the Real Game Awards.
The regular
Game Awards are too woke. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this YouTube video. Let's see what they had to say. I hope this works. First click. Let me see.
Can't hear the audio. If that's all we gotta fix.
You know what I'm saying? I got you. I already know the vibe.
Yeah, man. This was wild when I saw it the first time.
Absolutely.
Like I'm gonna hold off on it so you can see, but like it's absolutely wild. And especially when, just like every other part of that conversation, when you break it down, look at us. It fundamentally makes no sense when you break it down.
Let's see. This is my first time watching this, so let's see.
Painfully clear over the last couple weeks is that the people who work in this industry and write about this industry that you love hate you.
There it is.
That's what we said. Did we not just say that? Did you not just say that word for word? Word for word. There it is.
They hate you. This is the great part of it, right? This is how you mobilize them. This is how you get them to say, you know what? Think about this realistically, guys. If they really didn't like you, why would these devs slave away on these games like that? If they don't like games, they like games. They may not like this person. They may not like this type of fucking content. They
may not like the people that are review bombing their games without playing them. They may not like people who are mad because of the creative choices that they make, but they don't hate you. That's a wild thing to say. Go ahead, you got it.
No, they know, right? They know that is going to trigger you. They know that's going to get you motivated.
That's wild to say. Perfect. That's wild to say. We need to take notes though, so we can make sure we do it in the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? Like apparently, there's money to be made in it. Right. They hate you first off the bat. They hate you
right off the bat. They fucking hate you.
They fucking hate you.
Big club, and you are not in it. In fact, did you know that the Game Awards are voted on by those exact same people? I mean, look at this list. It's IGN and Polygon and Variety, for God's sakes. It's an elitist, outdated system, and it's had way too much sway in the video game.
It's elitist. The current system is
Yeah.
elitist, okay?
It's
Let's just
elitist.
say. Okay.
Industry for way too long. I've been talking about video games online for almost 2 decades now and been playing games like longer than that, but I have never seen the video game industry this toxic. It is time to get our voice back. Now, look, I'm not telling you I got this whole idea mapped out because I don't. I don't even have a
Get your voice.
Oh, wait. Wait. This is a speech, man.
This is good propaganda.
This is a perfect example of propaganda. That's wild.
Get your voice back.
Get your voice back. It's a club you're not in, and they hate you. And I don't have this idea fully fleshed out.
Right.
That's crazy, man.
pretty good.
That's
Pretty
a
good.
rally.
Because so far I'm in.
Yeah. Oh, for
interesting.
sure. Yeah. Tell me
I'm
more about
interested.
it. They hate me.
What?
Clearly,
name
me
for
and
this
you are
yet,
in the target
but it's become
demographic.
painfully
Right.
obvious that this is very much needed. Year after year.
I ain't got to figure it out, but this is very important for us to
Yeah,
do this.
for
Me
sure.
specifically
We have
do
to.
it.
Yeah. I need
Here,
you to.
over and over again after the Game Awards, people say there has to be a real award show for gamers. Well, let's do it.
By the way, there is a player voted Game Award.
Yeah,
that
the
already
golden
exists.
joysticks.
Yeah, it already exists.
Golden
This is the
joysticks.
first step to creating a club or a group where you decide the winners and losers of the video game industry.
We decide. I mean, that can't be too bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we
You're
just
giving us
vote.
choice.
We just give
We
us a
get to
link.
vote.
We just vote.
We're going to
Okay.
click the link and vote.
A club
That's it.
where
shouldn't be
you
that
get to
bad.
decide the categories, the nominees for the categories, and of course, vote on them. And it'll all be done through an app where you can do it easily and securely. So is this club free? Nope. App.
Fuck with the gall.
The unmitigated
Fuck with the
gall,
gall.
bro.
Dude, this is wild. Dude has no idea how the industry works. He is just grabbing the negativity and hateful people and rallying them. That's it. That is the whole thing.
Is this club free?
Nope, absolutely not. I'm not doing this shit for free. What I look like? That's what he said.
Is this club free?
Give power back to you, but
Again, ain't nothing. And you know what? But you know what? We can't get mad. We can't get mad because again, he put in the work. I have a community church, New Game Plus. It's free though. Like you can it clearly it's there. All you got to do is follow it, and then you just answer 4 questions, and I'll let you in. But I'm just saying, I get it. The work,
Not
you know,
this.
I understand. You know, so maybe he deserves a reasonable fee. For the work that he is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it takes effort, it takes time to get out there, to make this YouTube video, to host the website. He needs to be compensated for all the things that he's doing. So let's give him a break yet. We don't know much yet.
Not donations.
Not donations.
Not donations. It just
Yeah.
Or maybe he's asking for donations. That's understandable.
Maybe that's what it is. Let's keep watching.
Absolutely not. Why? As we've seen over the last few years, our hobby has been hijacked by activists looking to push their own agenda and literally push you out.
Push you out. They don't
There
want
it
gamers
is.
to play
There
games.
it is. They hate you. They want to push you out of the industry. Push you. Who is this you think he's talking to? You think he has a specific demographic in mind when he says the you?
Well, that's the thing, right? If he's
Yeah.
talking to gamers, he's saying people who make games don't want gamers to play games. So that can't be it.
No.
So the you is the person that feels something.
Okay.
Feels like
All right,
something's
all right.
against them.
Okay,
You know
I
what
see.
mean?
I see.
So
The
specific.
people that feel like they're maybe in society that they've been being attacked lately. Okay,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
speaking to
It's
them.
gotta be them.
Wrong
For
pronoun.
that reason alone, there has to be a barrier of entry to be a part of this club. Hell yes, we're going to gatekeep. We should have been gatekeeping much longer.
That's what it is, right? He said we're gonna gatekeep. This is gatekeep.
hell
I'm not
yeah.
just asking money for fun.
I'm
This isn't
gatekeeping.
for everything that mindful gaming.
Gatekeeping.
This isn't for the costs. This isn't for the work that I've been doing. This is just to gatekeep.
That's crazy, because at least mine is for the work. I mean, you get a
"Nah,
sermon every Sunday, damn, and access to come 1-to-1. I'd speak to you every day, but he said that it's just gatekeeping. Well, I
just
wonder how much the key to the gate is. Then I guess that's what the next question
Longer.
might be.
But here's my vision. With your support, we'll number one, be able to make the app. And number two, be able to create a physical award show that you'll be able to attend, guess what? With the app serving as your ticket. My vision for this also has a board of directors to help oversee things, but there are strict rules to be involved with the board. One, they're not allowed to vote. 2, they're not allowed to be on any press list or receive any free video games and or perks from any AAA publishers. And 3, and most importantly, they are not allowed to be employed by traditional gaming media. Hey man, I get it. Video games are a mess right now. The industry you love doesn't want you, and the traditional media hates you. And that's why it's time to take games back. So go to takegamesback.com and become a member and help grow this community and help regain our voice.
This is good.
It's now or never.
Or never. This is great, bro.
That's good shit.
I'm gonna take this video. and I'm gonna add some music to it and some things because this. I don't think he went hard enough. That was a rally.
Right?
What a rally!
He did a whole thing. The award show is being held in his backyard. Hey, with enough money, it will be held at the Staples Center. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Because apparently people they hate you. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight back against the hate. Now, he got some prices on there.
Okay, let's look at some of. Let's go. Let's look at some of the
go
prices.
Ahead and throw in some prices.
Yeah, let's
What
have
you
some
think
fun. Chat.
some of
What do
these-
you think the price for membership into this community is going to be?
Price
Please.
of membership. Throw out some numbers really quickly, and we will see, man.
Yeah,
Hey, he
I
said
have
some
some
sermon, man.
ideas.
He said they hate you. He said
That
there's
was
a
the
club,
beginning
you're
of
not
a
in.
sermon. You're not in it. They hate you. It's now or never. Like
Now or never.
this is the perfect example of what a grift is because it sounds very similar to like remember those infomercials that you would see at night for like
Yes.
workout equipment and stuff like
Yes.
that. And it's like, you know, within 2 weeks, most people, and it's immediate. Your health is at risk here. Do you love your family? Do you care? Do you want your child to die? Like it's just it's so much. It's so much.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
much. It's so much.
Let's see what we got.
Wow.
You guys got some reasonable prices there.
Yeah.
Get some recent prices. We're gonna go ahead and screw it in there. Monthly support $5. Okay, you just want
That's
to
not
support.
bad.
That's a
You want
donation.
some support. Okay.
There you go.
You
You
just
can vote,
donate
link
for
everything.
$5.
Suggest things. $5.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you may have misread that, sir. I don't see the option to suggest or vote underneath that $5
Yeah.
monthly support there.
Yeah. No, I'm reading.
I think that's just support.
Yeah. Suggest things. So a suggestion box opens at $15
At $15.
every year.
You suggest a category. You can't vote on it though.
Can't vote. Okay, and then $30 to vote. Okay, so monthly support. This is a once a year thing, but you pay
Okay.
$5 a month.
Wait. So you can do $5 support every month. That's one option. And then the next option is to support and suggest.
And that's $15.
Suggest categories. That's $15. And then for 30 every year, you can
vote.
nominate and vote. Now, what's the difference between suggesting and nominating, do you think?
Suggest category. This is just for categories,
Okay. All right.
which I'm sure they have some really good categories. We'll get into those later.
Yeah, those are probably very deep and well thought out.
But to vote, it's $30. And now they say every year, but like it's only
Okay.
one award show. So it costs $30 to vote in this award show. Every year is
Yeah.
a cool thing to put in there.
Put
which
it in there.
sounds good.
Oh, that's real good. That's
it's only
I can't hate
$30 a
to
year.
bro. Cannot knock him. That is clever.
Right?
That's clever.
It's only $30 a year, you know what I'm saying? But you're literally only getting one event
One
a
vote.
year. So you're just
Right.
paying $30 to vote.
Every
you know what
year.
I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah,
it.
what do you do it throughout the rest of the year? Also, the golden joysticks, how much do they cost to vote in?
They cost internet access.
Okay.
So as long as you got internet access, man, you should be good. This dude has never heard of the Golden Citrus Awards. Facts, right? Gaming has been also, so I'm confused by his hyperbole. Facts, you know what I'm saying? Most gamers are, but they hear that fear and it gets bad. The award show ticket, this is actually a 10. Granted, right now there isn't really a place to attend or anything like that. But like eventually, possibly, $150 for a ticket. They had Game Award show tickets for $80. So this is more
Really?
expensive
Then the one with
Game
Jeff Keighley
the one with Snoop Dogg that performed at the last one.
and the
21
orchestra and all
Pilots.
the trailers that you got to see
This
and the
is
new
more expensive
releases.
than that one.
The one that actual developers from video games came to.
Yeah. That one. And then we got 1337 And what's the 1337? Anybody know? And is there any whistle blows going on right here? What is this 13?
That's elite. That's for elite in computer speak. So like elite, like they say elite. Yeah, it's definitely the elite sponsorship is to suggest, nominate, vote, and you are listed as. They do a real good job of like. Yeah. They want you as an individual. He means you as a person.
This is good old government propaganda that
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's some good shit. That's some good shit.
I'm not mad at him. Like, look, if you have we've tried to save them. This is for the people who honestly are not going to be saved. Like, there's no way. This is for them specifically. Like, I can't see anybody. Like, if this was someone's first introduction into the video game grift, like they would immediately see it for what it is.
Yes,
immediately.
100%.
Suggest, 100%. Nominate, vote, and you are listed as a sponsor of the future event.
Right. Let's get into these nominations. Game of the year, obviously. Pretty good. These are like post. This is a very interesting format, but I get it. He's figuring it out. Yeah. Best jiggle physics.
Do you have it pulled up on the screen over there?
Jiggle physics. Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now. Here we go.
Yeah. Because we don't need to. I mean, I guess I got $5 if it'll let me see everything. But
this is okay. So game of the year we got going on right here. Mm-hmm. We got best jiggle physics. Let's see who's the nominees.
We might have to pay to be able to see.
Oh,
yep. If you want to read more, we got to pay. Yeah. You got to subscribe. You got to subscribe. $30 to look at the noms?
$30 to think about voting.
$30 to just look at the nominations?
$30. It's designed to avoid bad faith and funny.
Wow.
So like it's there, for like the people that want to
and look,
ruin.
The price will go up as we get closer to the awards show.
Oh my God.
And he just did this 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago.
Put it together real quick. Yeah. They got the worst game journalists. They got the best game journalists. So are they game journalists? Are they in the industry? Is that what they're saying? No. These are people that are out of the industry. Okay. Out of the industry game journalists. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So people with no insight at all.
Best story, best third-person shooter, best fighting game. Look, did you see that meme? It was like the real game. If you go down to the left a little bit, the biggest cash grab.
Wait, where's that?
Stop scrolling, go to the left. And then go right there now. Biggest cash grab. Somebody on Twitter made a meme and put the Game Awards. Right. The real Game Awards. Clearly. Because the thing is, the cost to vote in the Game Awards costs more than some of those games on the biggest cash grab.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
For sure it does. For sure.
Absolutely. This is greatness right here.
I mean, I'm not mad. I
don't even know. Shitty ass game of the year. Of course,
they got Dustborn there.
Of course. Very interesting, man. Cool grift. Okay. Now, when we say grift, sometimes they do ask straight up for money, buddy. That is it. Jesus.
Because what does your vote matter? Let's say your game wins. What is the developer gonna come accept an award? Who are you gonna give the award to? Right. Who does it go to?
Right. And is this equal now? Is this somehow equality? This is how not elite if you got to pay $30 to vote in a game award show? Who are the people that's paying? Because some of the people are paying. What is their goal? I wish I could interview. I just want to interview the people who paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your goal? Like, what do you think these people? If you're clearly introducing this entire system as people who hate games, you're clearly bashing the industry as a whole. Why would they be happy to receive an award
from you?
Why would they be happy if you are sitting down saying that these people literally hate the people in which this show is being telegraphed to? This blog, really, it's being like telegraphed to. Like, What's the
And
point of that?
my question is like, okay, I would just ask myself, what did he do here? And I really like part of me, bro, I want to know where this is going to be held at. Like I cannot wait
Yeah.
to watch and see where this is going to be held
Yeah.
because like
A bar.
I want to see. It better damn be better than the video game awards. It better
will
be
be-
better.
it will
It
be
better
held
be
at Dave and
better. I want. What's that place? What's that place where they had
Shakey's.
that political rally? I forget where it messed up like
gosh.
some tile and marble thing. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
somewhere, and they but like, what? I would just ask, what did he do here? What has he provided that could not have been accomplished either by donation votes or not charging you any money at all? Like you would have to truly and honestly, wholeheartedly, with the same level of belief that people have with the earth being flat, even though they went to Antarctica and found out
Right.
that there's a 24-hour sun recently. If that's okay, we welcome them. But like you'd have to believe truly that you were that isolated, that you are that separate, that you need to create your own. Like, what? Who cares?
Right.
Like, why would anybody care? Why would you want to? Why?
Yeah, yeah. It's very interesting, but we've seen his sermon, we've seen his introduction there. It is a pretty good way to get people charged up, right? Had I been in a vulnerable spot, and I'm talking vulnerable as far as games go, right? You know what I'm saying? Not it's not even that vulnerable. But let's just say I was at a point where I was like, man, I kind of wanted a good game. I haven't seen a good game. And then I come across this video without really seeing or anything else. Obviously, I'm tapped in, you're tapped in. A lot of the people here are tapped in. But like some random person who just kind of like heard this, they don't even understand the fullness of the grift, right? They just see maybe, okay, alternate game awards. Maybe this is something, I guess. And then they vote into it, I guess.
I could see that. I mean, they'd have to be very like separate from like the YouTube drama and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But like, if they felt like I can definitely see somebody who thought that Black Myth Wukong should have won Game of the Year. They're looking it up, Googling it, and then they see this. Oh, here's an award show that I can participate in. Like, I think he had to take a calculated risk here. He knew that he was gonna cut off a specific portion of the people that follow him. Because when you make that $30 in order to be able to vote, like you're instantly making a bunch of people feel really bad. But number two, if you're new and coming into it, and if he can make it look like he's affiliated and associated, which I didn't see that. I don't know, maybe if you looked on the website, I didn't see any affiliations with anything that would matter. Like, I didn't see any of that. Like, this is not even Razzie's level of like, award show type stuff. So
And
I definitely think there's
And-
someone he can get.
He has a sponsor page. Maybe there's some sponsors.
Okay,
going on
yeah.
for
Let's
it.
see what the sponsors are.
Check out some sponsors.
Yeah, let's see who he's got sponsoring there. That's
At the
really
Real Game
good.
Awards, we take pride in the fact that our show has no corporate sponsors. Okay, so
Okay.
no corporate sponsors. Just people who want to come in there and vote. These people.
So those people have all paid $1,337.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So my guy has already made, at the very least, $13,000 off of this.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Because I
Yeah.
mean, if I wanted to, if I were gonna run a grift and I wanted to make it seem bigger, I would just list people's names here so people can
Easily.
feel like they're not the first person to do it. That would be
100%.
smart. What about
Who's
his board?
James Gardner? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like what?
That sounds like a very yeah. Alec Baldwin's finger. It seems like he's playing in their face. I believe Smash JT would do it. I think Smash JT would do it just for the simple fact that, like, if you're like the amount of infighting that this is gonna generate, I can't wait. It's just gonna be gold. But imagine you're part of their grifting community, and then you don't sign up for this thing I just signed up for.
Right.
You must not really care about the vision. Are you truly woke? I'm anti-woke. Are you truly part of this movement?
Because you started
That's what's
business
about to
now,
happen.
right? This happens
Yeah.
with people who just start businesses, period, right? Like, why
Yeah,
aren't you supporting
yeah.
me? He's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? This is for sure. And Stephen Collins brought up a good point, which is what I was going to bring up. And only one got a link. These are all like, names and stuff. Why is it only that one of them have a link? We know who Smash JT is. I get it.
Yeah.
Why don't we know who any of these other people are?
Jimmy B.
Why no links, right?
Who are their
Sucks.
board members? Can you click on that? Let's see who the board is. I'm just
Same
curious
people,
now.
these people, board members.
Okay.
Okay, Kabrutas didn't donate. He didn't become a sponsor. Coming soon, more board members. aka affiliates, right? They're not allowed to vote. All that fun stuff. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. But yeah, that's the
Real Game Awards.
real Game Awards. That's the one that matters. That's the one that counts. That's the one we're all going to be making TikToks and YouTubes and talking to our friends about. That's the one that's going to go on review pages and PlayStation Store and Steam Store categories. It's going to say Game Awards and then the real Game Award winners, and they're going to put discounts for those games, et cetera, et cetera.
And none of them have a professional photo. Every single photo look like they just took something from. I would be upset.
Professional.
I'd be upset if I paid for this and that was the presentation that I got. Like, we're supposed to take this seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a show? Even?
Yeah. What is the show going to be on? Where can I watch the show? How long? When is the show supposed to come on? I mean, it's the Game Awards 2024. We got how many days left in 2024? Why would I want a Game Awards? Do I have to pay again next year? My $30, does it got to come up again? Reset for 2025?
$150 for an award ticket. What is this ticket giving me access
where am I getting where I'm going to be living? Where I'm going to be staying? You got a couch I can sleep on? Like, I got to get, it's around the holidays. Like, the Game Awards, you know, a year in advance before where it's going to be at and where you're going to go. They have 9 days to let us know where it's going to be at for us to come to it with our ticket on the app.
100%. It's an interesting grift, and it is a grift nonetheless, right? This is a culmination of it, right? We got all these people creating the grift. They're just sending out some tweets, sending out some videos, but now the businesses are going to start, right? Now the trying to capitalize off of it. Now that's going to start. And then we're going to see a fork in the road is being made, and now we're going to see where this stuff goes, right?
It better be good is all I have to say. Because again, I have more compassion and empathy, even for the people being grifted, and I'll even go further and say for the straight white males that are getting caught up in it. Because I'm from the South, I'm from Louisiana. I know what it's like to grow up in an environment where that's all you know, that's all you taught, and it's a privilege to have friends that are people of color who aren't stereotypes, who can challenge you, who can make you interested in narratives and stories that aren't just you. It's a privilege. When he pisses them people off, when they realize what I'm scared for him, because they're gonna be made fools of, and he does not understand. These are the wrong people to be messing with. If $30 is a lot, damn. The Steam sale is going on right now. You can get quite a few really good games for $30 right now. You really can, and then you're gonna charge $150 for a ticket. This show better be professional. It better look good, because if not, bro, those people know who you are and they know where you are, and they are going to take all that anger that you had them with anti-wokeness and mad at video game females and characters, and they are going to direct it towards you because they're going to realize you're playing in their faces. I don't see this ending well for them, man. I think this single thing might be the thing that starts to take down this entire movement, as it were.
100%, 100%. And just to kind of circle back on some of these other grifters here, this is for the Emater, which is or whatever.
Yeah.
This is
the
for
game that Grums
the Grums game that's being created right now. Let's look at some of the prices here, okay? This is a game. It's being created. You could back. You can. It's in Kickstarter right now. I just checked the page though. It is officially not taking any more backers right now.
Okay, good.
But for this, you get some cool sounding stuff, right? You get tags and microtransactions, and you know what I'm saying, little mini stuff and files and all that fun stuff. $300. To get even more stuff, like a voice announcement when you enter a zone. That sounds crazy.
That's actually kind of sick. Right? That's a pretty dope one. Crazy. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I would like that.
Right? $1,500.
No way, man.
That one has to be expensive, I feel like, right?
But yeah, if I were playing a game and like I backed your game and every time I walk into place somebody announces my name, that's a
Right.
pretty good one.
That's worth it. It's
That's a
100%
pretty
worth it.
good one.
Since 2017, he's been talking about creating a Kickstarter.
I said 8 years. I wasn't lying then.
Yeah, about since 2017, and he's been planning this Kickstarter. He's been making this game for quite a while. This is about most of the stuff they've gotten to really. But it's not it. There is a monthly Patreon that you can also buy. It's only $800 a month.
Dude, are you serious?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. No, I'm lying.
Is that's got to say
It's
$7.95?
It's $8.
Oh
It's
my
$8.
God, bro.
This one is only $8 a month. You can subscribe to the Patreon and get like notes and stuff on how the game's going. The game's been in development for since 2017. There is zero playable, nothing to be played yet.
A demo or anything?
The same screenshots over and over and over. This is when the grift starts reaching its point.
Critical mass, man. Like, and it works because what's going to happen is people aren't going to know anything about this. They're going to see it's a perfect system they have. Yeah. Now we can see the system, the ecosystem that they're locked in because they have a legitimate complaint about video games. We have to take our not L, but we got to rise up and say we haven't really made the content that we need to make to talk about things. I did make a review of Dustborn, but like we got to do a better job of like answering them questions. But they have a legitimate problem with a video game. They get sucked into any one of the tunnels, right? Smash JT, Melanie Matt Go Moon, Ademion, Andy Pants Gaming, any one of those things, they get sucked in there, and eventually they just go through the ringer and they end up and they see that they collaborated with Grums. They go check out Grums. Oh, he's making a video game. Oh, he has a Patreon. And if they're, and this is the thing that really gets them, if they catch them in that state where they are emotionally heightened, where they feel like video games hate me, the people making games hate me, I'm alone, everyone is against me, they're more likely to spend money and pay for those things. And like, what's going to happen? The people that are talking bad about, or not even talking bad about them, the people that are just exposing the grift for what it is, we're not being pushed in the algorithm. You don't know about it until it's too late. Everything this is perfect, man. This is perfect.
100%.
This is perfect.
Melanie Mack earlier, just now.
Melanie Mack got in trouble with them too.
Yep. And it's not over. It's funny how, like I said, there's always the money is the motive, guys. They're not here to fix games. They don't care.
No.
They don't give a shit about games or you at all. Grum's got a new game he's making. The real Game Awards happening. Melanie Mack is finally getting some traction. This is way back when. It's so sad that things are this way. Try to.
I agree with you. These people need to work on better representation and start letting their characters be gay, bi, pan, ace, etc. I always had a crush on Chris Redfield, but
Are you kidding me?
Support him being
No! Ronell, stop. This is not an official tweet from her. You are lying out of your ass right now.
2017.
Not Melanie Mack that cannot stop using the F word in all of her live streams. Not Melanie Mack that goes on a rant about the LGBTQ community at least once or twice. No way. There is no way it's the same Melanie Mack. Are you kidding me?
It gets better.
So is Nathan Drake straight just for the sake of being straight? Newsflash, gay people exist and it's a normal thing. There are lots
Get the
of gays
fuck
with
outta
straight
here,
couples.
man.
So you either have to be against all relationships in general or okay with them. Otherwise, you're just a bigot.
Ronell, what you didn't tell me about this before the show because you knew what I was gonna do. You knew how I was gonna react. Ronell, this is not the same Melanie Mack. This is not the same Melanie Mack that screams about Jesus Christ being the way, the truth, and the light from the rooftops. This is not the same Melanie Mack.
Yeah.
This is not the same Melanie Mack, bro.
Yeah.
Melanie used to be a normal person.
All of these people made a conscious choice to go this route for money, fame, power.
And she
etc.
using Jesus Christ to do it.
Yep.
Because that's what she did. That's what she said. She said she found Jesus
Yeah.
and then had a switch. But people change, boss. I know that
Of
people
course.
can change,
course.
but people don't change this damn much, bro.
was
That's
using logic.
crazy.
She was
This
using
is logical.
just logic.
I would hang out with this person. We
Just
can play
regular
Marvel
logic.
Rivals together. Hell, we could. What does she love? She loves Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Melanie Mac. What
And
the
that's
fuck
why it
happened?
eased out a little bit, right? She was like, all right, guys, I don't want to see like every character. You know, she thought she could wiggle back in. Nah, stick to the grift. You won't jiggle physics. You won't Stellar Blade. You gotta stick to the grift.
Ronell, this makes so much sense. That's why she said what she said about those characters in the game. Whenever Stellar Blade had that update that came out, and one of the somebody made a tweet, and they were showing this character's ass because they updated it, and she said, if I saw things like that in a game, no, the tweet asked, "Is this what gamers want?" And Melanie said, "No, this is not what I want. If I saw things like that in a video game, I would feel like a total loser playing them." And she went against the grift. Not even a lot. Most level-headed people would say, unless I'm playing an adults-only game, I don't really want to have ass and tits in my face. Like, I might give Bayonetta a pass, but like Bayonetta's sexuality was integral to her storyline. Like, it was part of her being a bad motherfucker. Like, we get it, you know? But like, she went against the grain just a little bit, and they
like
tore
that.
that girl up and down. Like, it was crazy.
Yep,
And you
trying to
mean
find
I did
original,
not
too.
know that Melanie used to be so level-headed, bro. And they can't, the thing is, they can't escape. They can't get out of it. There's no way to get out of it. And they're gonna have to continue to make content that is more and more aggressive, that is more and more divisive. And what's gonna happen is, because we've already seen it happen with Grums, one day a game is gonna come out that they really like and enjoy, and their audience expects them to find something woke about it. Every single game that comes out, unless it has a straight white male protagonist in a militaristic setting where he is saving the world and is the center of attention, and any other minority characters are relegated to the background. There can't be anything to do with pronouns or anything in there. You can't choose. And any new RPG that comes out in the next year is cooked. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Any RPG that's coming out, they're all going to be woke. Every single one of them. And it's going to come a time where there's going to be a game that these grifters really enjoy, and they're not going to be able to play it. And the backlash that's going to come from their community, I'd be terrified if I were them. I really would be. To be afraid of your audience. I'm not afraid of my audience. I'm afraid of what my audience might do to other people if they come for me. But I'm not afraid of my audience. I know I can look at my audience and say, yeah, there's some microtransactions that don't really bother me. And if you're upset about them, you might need to work on your emotional regulation. But for me personally, I know my audience isn't going to they know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like I've cultivated a group of angry people in my audience. It's okay to have a difference of opinion, but they can't do that. And that has to be trapped by your audience like that has to be terrifying.
And these people clearly will do what it takes to make a buck, right? They will do what it takes. My thing is, I need the people to see it for what it is, so that when they eventually switch back, when they eventually try and dial it back to say, well, okay, we did what we had to do, now gamers are becoming better. Or when they try and switch it up and say, gamers
their
are
exit
okay
plan.
now.
Their
Yeah,
exit
exactly.
plan.
Now
But
that
they're
Ubisoft
starting to do
played
it.
a-
They're starting to do it because they're saying we won the war. We won. We clearly won. Oh.
Yeah. Once they start doing that shit, I need y'all to say no.
Hell no.
Absolutely no.
Hell no.
Don't try and switch up now. Like, that's it. Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to try and create this little, all right, well, games aren't as woke now. We won with this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe things are switched. This person got fired. He was the worst person. So now it's good. They're going to find a way to make a little exit plan and try to wiggle their way back into some sort of rationale. Absolutely no.
Yeah.
Can't let it be done.
This is like the OF, this is like being a video game grifter is the OF of video games. It's the OnlyFans of video games, in my opinion. Like, because it's one of those things that once you do, like, if you do it, you better make all the money that you need to make and do a really good job. Not that I don't have anything against sex work. Make your money, do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, if you don't have a good exit plan, then I don't know what you're doing next. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's the same thing with this, because me and you could, bro, the way we could have made made bank if we had decided to be the part of the two black, well articulate
what?
spoken black men. The way that they can't even do it. We should one day do a Bizarro episode where we should do we have to make sure people know, but we should do a Bizarro episode. April Fool's. Okay, April Fools. Yeah. That's how April Fools. We gonna show them, bro. We need to come suit and a tie, bro.
Facts.
We're gonna come in this bitch clean as fuck. Clean as fuck. Yes. Because they can't even do it right. They make the same damn points over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them now that you made that point because they want to escape it, especially when good games start coming out that they're going to want to enjoy.
And they may try and make one person the thing, right? One person may do another crazy racist rant or something wild or some
Some they're going to eat each other.
Get discovered. And then,
yeah.
It's not. They've taken it too far. Like
that's it. That's another good exit plan.
You know, I used to like it, but like now, it's gotten lost.
Sure, he was on my show one time. Yeah, he was on there a couple of times.
Friends.
We're not really friends. We don't really know each other. I'm not responsible for the stuff that they say. Yeah,
right. So that's what we're looking at now. I hope we've been able to provide some insight here.
I think we did a good job.
Melanie Mack, who clearly was a
that
logical
was
person,
wild.
who's seen success in the grift and started spewing the bullshit. We got Grums, who was a failed dev, who clearly started pushing the bullshit and trying to push his game. We got this real Game Awards person who's trying to make you spend $30 to vote and spend $13.37 to become a quote unquote sponsor and for
$1,337.
Right. That does not exist. Trying to make that money over there. You got people like Smash JT and other people who were just YouTube content game creators who couldn't get the traction that they wanted. So they found this as their means to an end. These people do not care about you guys. I don't know how they're not making.
Man.
I understand you may think they don't care about me, but they're making good points. No, their entire logic, their entire basis is built upon bullshitting you so that they can get to the bag. Okay.
Yep.
If you got to think about this realistically, there's nuance in everything. Okay.
For sure.
If they can't provide you with some nuance, they can't provide you with like the others. It's all hate. They all just hate you. Games are all just woke now. Does that even make sense for this billion-dollar industry? For all of these hundreds of thousands of employees from top to bottom to hate gamers? You don't think any of these people play games? Like, think about this realistically. This is all built upon some bullshit to get you to pay them, right? That's all this is, guys. Like, I don't know how. That's all. I just want you guys to just know that it's built, even if you're not a bigot. You don't believe in racism. You're black, you're a woman, whatever. But you thought they had a point because games are quote unquote bad now. It's not what they were trying to do. I'm not trying to get you to enjoy games more, or else they would at least recommend you fun games. Yeah. They are trying to get money from you. With that being said, if you want to support the show, it's the only way to do it.
But we're being honest about it. Honesty. If you like the conversations that you're hearing here, you would like to see us get up there and get better. If you would like to, have different guests on the show, if you want to see us grow, if you want us to maybe meet more than once on a Sunday, once a week, then yeah, you can support us. And we're going to make sure to give you good value. It's not going to come from a place of trying to upset your emotions or anything like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting paid. I really don't.
I don't.
But you should feel like when you made that choice, it's because you made a conscious decision to do so. Not because you were angry, not because you were mad, but because you know what? I really enjoyed the conversation those two had, and I would like to support them so they can continue to have more conversations like that. That should be the response. Without us telling you that people hating. Yes, that's the thing. There's no demon, there's no devil, there's nobody in the sky that's sitting back besides the CEOs of the game companies that just want to make money. But like there's nobody like going like this. How can we piss off gamers today? Your criticisms are valid. I didn't like Dustborn. I ripped it from a new east to west. Dustborn was bad because of the writing, because of the pacing, because of the voice acting, but it wasn't because there was a black woman as a main character. Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League was bad because it was a live service game, because they had it with microtransactions in mind, not because they changed the story and shot Batman. Dragon Age the Veilguard. That game was mid. It was mid not because there was a storyline in there about being non-binary. I had an issue with the way they approached it. Why didn't they use an in-universe term? Why did they use the European term? There's so much different language they could have used. The dialogue in that game was not good. It was bad. It was not what we're used to from BioWare. But it wasn't because there was a non-binary person in it. Like, you can have these gaming discussions without all the extra layer of hate. It's not necessary. I just did it. Concord, the last one. Concord was not bad because you could select the pronouns. Concord was bad because it was a $40 looter shooter, live service, whatever the hell, in a game, team tactical shooter in a game where Overwatch and now Marvel Rivals exist. It would have done worse if Marvel Rivals hadn't have been here. So, like, there are people that have these conversations, have these discussions in a nuanced way where it's not built off of you feeling like people hate you.
Yeah. And one last thing too, but they're also starting now to just prey on men specifically and their like this men loneliness and like the men.
Let's hit it real quick. We got time. Let's hit it
too, right?
Let's hit it.
You know what I'm saying? Let me dial it back.
Let's hit it. Yeah, dial it back. Before we go out here, I know you had the intro music, but this is important. I'm gonna let you go first, and I'll come up with the follow-up sermon because it's the truth.
Yes, because it is true, right? There is not enough community for men. It is true that there are some situations, a lot of situations, where men get the short end of the stick. It is true. That does exist, okay? We don't need to vilify women to do so. We don't need to vilify, we don't need these people preying on that, saying that women are taking away your hobbies. You can't. Gaming used to be a quote unquote safe space for men, and now that women are involved, it's bad. We don't need to do that because it's not even true, right? These people are preying on your insecurities. They're preying on your hate right now because of a very real issue that does exist. I heard someone going on a rant. Shout out to DQ Roman, but he stitched a guy who was talking about the hero's journey.
Oh my God, that was so stupid to hear.
Right? He was talking about the hero's journey.
The hero's journey isn't for women; it's for men.
Yes, and the for men part is the part that he's trying to use to get you in. Right? He's trying to use this because he knows that there are men out there who are truly feeling some type of way because of systems that exist that makes them feel like there's no space for them, right? So they're using the for men part to get you on, but they're tying it to some other bullshit, right? They're tying it to some other shit that does not make sense, even though they made a hero's journey story for women. It also didn't even make sense. Take it away.
So, you already set me up. I appreciate all of it. Here's the thing. Like, I know that within the gaming community, men specifically, video games have been a place where we as men have been able to feel confident, to feel competent, to feel appreciated. When you're playing a video game and you do something good, what is it? Good job. Great. Explosions. You get points. People are happy. Whenever you talk to women in video games, they're actually excited to see you. Please, could you protect me? Please, could you help me out? Oh, thank you so much, young adventurer. You saved me from... And like, I'm not knocking it. I get it. I grew up not having a lot of attention from women. I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. I didn't get the social skills. I thought that if I was just nice to women, they would be nice to me. That is not how that shit works. That's not how it works. And you can talk about... You can talk about how you can fix that and change that. Like, yes, that exists. Like, I feel like a lot of these men think that people aren't aware of the issues that they go through. They are. And a lot of them are women that know these issues. The people that have stood up for men the most, I'm sorry to tell you, without women, our issues would not be out in the open, bro.
Yes.
There are women that are talking about the court systems and the way they mistreat men. There are women talking about how the fact that if you go to have a court hearing or for custody, that women are automatically awarded it regardless of the man's ability. There are women who are saying that it's unfair that whenever a single dad has to take his child to go get into the changing station, it's only women don't. Like, there are women talking about this. Like, women do not hate us. I know what you're seeing. It's because the same algorithm that you're using to see that video games have women and characters in them now and all of that stuff is the same algorithm that's showing you some women who hate men, right? I understand that video games have been that place. But the thing is, seriously, there are a lot, and this is what breaks my heart. I'm not trying to be weird or be funny, but like, you looking for a girlfriend, bro, she playing video games. I promise you she is. I promise you that there is some girl out there for you who plays video games, and the reason you were missing her is because she does not want to deal with the toxic version of you that reflexively says go back into the kitchen the minute that she gets online. You think that shit is cool. It's not. And if you would hang out with other men who have masculinity isn't bad, who have a positive way of viewing things, you are going to learn social skills to communicate. You're going to learn how to, at the end of the obvious thing at the end that a lot of these men don't get right now is the reason you have so many problems with women is because you view them as completely separate from you and like we don't go through the same experiences. The only thing that is different is how we're socialized, but women have the same fears, concerns, worries, dreams, hopes, all of those things. And you would know that if your dumbass would be all right with Siri being the main character in The Witcher 4.
Or
Fuck!
if you realize that Kratos' growth is just growth. He's
growth!
Just because he understands now that he can kill a man with his bare hands, but he doesn't
all
have
the
to all the
time.
time.
Shit!
It doesn't mean that he is now a worse Kratos, that he is no longer a man. It is men telling you.
I got one more. I got one more.
Quiet.
Joel was not a fucking saint.
Facts.
Okay? Joel was not a saint. He was not. He was not. As evidenced by that scene whenever she said, we're not going to stop here. We're going to keep going. He knew it was an ambush because he did that shit too. Joel was not a saint. He is single-handedly responsible for The Last of Us 2 wouldn't exist if Joel would have done what the fuck he was supposed to do.
You're attacking their figure. You're attacking their.
I don't
their
care. I'm trying. He wasn't Jesus. Joel was not Jesus. He wasn't, and they can get the hell off of it.
Right.
But no, I'm being funny, but like seriously, guys, like they're just attacking your insecurity. If you would just come over to the side, and you don't even have to say nothing. You don't have to leave comments. You can like our videos, but just come and listen to us. Just listen, because if you come over here, there will be growth. You will get to see things differently. You'll stop feeling like you're so alone. You'll stop feeling like everybody's out to get you, and like you'll have genuinely more fun. Like it shouldn't be all this. Gaming shouldn't be all this. It shouldn't be all of this.
It shouldn't
man.
be mad. It shouldn't be charged up. You don't need to experience gaming through a lens of hate, fear.
Woo!
Right?
Say that one more time.
You do not. You do not have to experience gaming and build culture of gaming, community of gaming around hate.
Tell them. Tell them.
Negativity, etc.
Tell them.
Look, you had fun with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare lobbies. I get it. I did too. Okay.
I did too. I was toxic as fuck. I was so toxic, bro.
There's other ways.
Bro, I was so toxic. I was hella toxic. Oh.
It was 20 years ago. You know Couldn't
wait to get home. Couldn't wait to get, after getting bullied all day, could not wait to get home. Screaming. Okay. Yeah.
Since the beginning, okay? I was there for the invention of Xbox Live.
Oh yeah. Mech Assault. Let's go. Right? Uno. Let's go.
For me, we got to tap the PlayStation 2 and add an Ethernet cord to the back of it as a whole adapter.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Ethernet, but still dial up there. We was there. Okay, I get it. It was fun. We had some adrenaline going.
Yeah.
There's other ways to have fun. I promise. There's some better ways to have fun. Some more fulfilling ways to have fun that don't require you raising your stress levels. A lot of y'all, you're getting older. You don't need to be doing this right no more.
For real, man.
You can still
Shit.
build a community, okay? You can still have friends. You can still have people who you talk to. That stuff is important. Especially, I'm talking to my older audience, and I just mean simply 28 and up. You know what I'm saying?
Like 28 to 42 demographic. We're in there. 28 to 35. Y'all, we can't
All
be
of
doing
us.
that no more. We really don't got time.
And I know you see those other people building community, etc. But we are here to tell you there's other places to go. Okay.
Yep.
One of those places is the Church of New Game Plus.
Oh man, Church of New Game Plus, absolutely. You know, we don't split our player bases here. We have lots of places for you to go. But if you are someone who has gone through that conversion, that change, if you realize like, dang, I used to be quite bigoted. I didn't realize it. If you're looking for a place for a community, and if pronouns don't bother you, because that's the first thing you got to pick when you come into the Discord, we invite you to join the Church of New Game Plus. You can go through my Discord link below. Is this community free? Basically, we do ask that you, if you can, donate $1 to help keep things running. At the very least, we appreciate it. The most you could do is 10, but if you don't even have $1, all you got to do is answer 4 questions, and we will let you in if you're a good fit for the community. So that is everybody. You are more than welcome to join here, and we are going to be very, very closely connected with Counterplay Conversations, because we can have multiple communities where we can all come together, but we have a little bit more of a religious twist. This is for people who are missing purpose in life, missing focus. Every week I give you a new sermon using a video game as a backdrop. I'm also very active in the community, and it's already there. We got over 700 people. There's somebody there that is waiting to greet you the minute that you come in. So we hope that you'll consider the Church of New Game Plus.
You know what I'm saying? Come through. Hang out, you know what I'm saying? It's Derek the Mindful Gamer there, Church of New Game Plus. Ask him for the link. Find him on Twitter. Find him on Instagram. Find him on TikTok. Someone came to me and said, do you have an Instagram? Do you have an Instagram?
I do not have an Instagram.
Okay. Find him on TikTok. Find him on YouTube. Hit him up right now if you're listening. Join the Church of New Game Plus, all right? We're chilling. We're here to have fun. At the end of the day, it is for fun, all right?
It is. How did it become like this?
Cool, fun stuff and videos.
There's so much more to talk about.
There's so much more to talk about, okay? Some of those conversations I like to have on my YouTube, 8-Bit Close Fist.
Tell them about it.
I'd like to talk about some fun stuff. I'm doing some cool game previews. I got some really cool game previews coming up that I cannot name for games that are coming out soon. So I'm gonna be able to put those on my page, give you guys some impressions, some real impressions. I'm not gonna be giving you guys a DEI score. I'm not gonna be giving you guys a woke or not woke. Is the game fun? Is it the story? Is the world immersive? That type of shit that you really like video games for. That's what I plan on talking to you about over on YouTube /8-Bit Close Fist. Also, I want to break down some more topics involving video games, like actual video games, things like the price of games, things like game reviews. Can you trust them? Who can you trust? Things like that on Checkpoint the Show. That is a new show that I'm working on with my awesome host, Alexis, aka Larksine, is dope. Zeno Robinson is our producer. We got a cool little crew over there. If you like G4, if you like Attack of the Show, if you like that type of vibe, that's what we're aiming for. You know what I'm saying? Cool video game discussions over there as well. That's what I'm all about. Cool video game discussions, talking about video games. That's what we're here for. So if you support that, make sure you know what I'm saying, you mess with us. You know what I mean? Lock in on Church of New Game Plus, our YouTube, 8-Bit Close Fist, Mindful Gamer YouTube, TikTok, etc. Eventually, we will open this shit up for some donations. We will open this shit up for some Patreon. You know what I'm saying? That is if you want to support, help us keep doing this thing. No pressure. You know what I'm saying? Just lock in if you feel free. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Twitch, YouTube. Thank y'all for coming through.
Thank you so much, TikTok, for being here. We had around 25 viewers on TikTok, man.
We did.
TikTok came through.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you to the Church of New Game Plus.
Soon, y'all will be able to see us spar and play some video games.
Yeah. We can talk about it. Give me time. We gonna show it, bro. Yeah. I got you.
Gamer.
I got you.
Went and downloaded Tekken.
I did.
There's been a lot of talk about fighting games between the two. Okay, we got to get serious here. There's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of discussion about whether or not who, when, how, when, where. We're gonna throw a little bit of hands in this fighting game situation.
We are.
We do be in these streets. Mortal Kombat was talked about.
And we'll play other games too. We're gonna come through with some Marvel Rivals, and we're gonna even come through. If y'all remember the old school, how people used to just when you used to get on YouTube, people would just play games together.
Yeah.
Right. So we got Remnant from the Ashes too.
Yes.
I think that would be fun to do some playthroughs and conversations. These conversations might look different, but once y'all get an understanding of who we are, y'all gonna want to rock with us in the vibe. I'm excited about it.
1,000%. So please tap in, y'all. We're just here to have some fun. Do what you do. It's been great. This is another episode of Counterplay Conversations.
Say
That's
it.
what we're going with. That's the
We
team,
got that
man.
name. I like it.
Counterplay
Counterplay Conversations. Let's
The
go.
Speech for itself. You get it. I am Ronell. This is Derek, the Mindful Gamer. A big close fist over here. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna go ahead and head out. You know what I mean? It's been real.
Play Marvel Rivals. No, Marvel's Midnight Suns. Play Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Play Midnight Suns 100%. Please do.